your way. Thank you. Brett Levy here. Kumar Marty from Western Queensland. I'm here to do the Acknowledge of the Country, Welcome to Country for the Turrbal and Yagara country. You know you're on Turrbal and Yagara country? South of the river, Yagara. North of the river, Turrbal. Sometimes they cross. I'm going to show you a short little video rendition that we did that tells you about that story. And we'll see what I'll give you a little bit of a yarn after I finish that.
Hey, you mob. This country's got many stories. You learn from our ancestors and their stories. Country will take care of you.
Ngala, Uboka, welcome. The women of the camp and that generally would always stay by the fire with the children. So the women are always to keep place and keep the fire lit for when the men have come home from hunting and gathering and bring the food, and it's the women and the children who would take care of that food.
Jinang balaba yanga ba kiening.
This is our land here. It belongs to us. We are part of this land. Wanya Nalam, welcome here to this camp. To this campsite, you know, lots of people call this place a camp, or some people say these shelters right here, they are humpies or they are gunyas. But you know what the real truth is? This place here is actually my home. My people have been living this way with nature, using natural materials for generations and generations.
Say, each one of those scenes in that video is actually within 500 metres of where you're sitting. And they are historical reconstructions of what First Nations people did in this space. So all I'm asking you tonight is to, when you go back east, west, south, north, from where you're from, to remember the traditional owners, the custodians of this land. Those sort of practices happen for time immemorial. Their careful custodialship of this land is what allowed us to have it as it was. And now that story tells you that they were here before and they still are. Every one of those voices are either, that you heard, were a Turrbal or a Yagara speaker. That video is one of 11,000 we've produced. We're doing it all over the country. And you see a video there, it's actually interactive. If you want to walk in that, you can. You can travel back in time. It's a geospatial temporal system. Let me say this. You're all pitching. I pitched this a long time ago. I went to a school called Marymount, and that gave me inspiration to do this. So there's a school here from Marymount, isn't it? So that's how it goes. That's all I want to say. Good luck to all you pitchers. Welcome to country. Do us proud. Shout loud. Shout strong. Let's see how you go. Good luck.
I always think it's super fascinating. We walk into spaces like this, and tonight we're going to talk a lot about innovation. We're going to talk about new. We're going to talk about next. And I think it's critical that we acknowledge that true innovation comes from deeply understanding our past. It's in looking at those who've walked before us that wisdom can help us create really purposeful solutions moving forward. So thank you again to Brett for sharing his work and his words and acknowledging the elders, past, present and emerging, of the land in which we live, work and play. Guys, you made it here despite the torrential rain and the traffic. We've also got quite a few people who've opted to watch this with their pajamas on the couch, and so we say hello to those on the live stream. Welcome to our 2021 Future Anything National Grand Final. How excited are we? This is the culmination of an incredible amount of work that our young people have put in, and their teachers and their schools, in order to share a little bit of themselves and their stories and their ideas with you tonight. I'm so excited for you to see what they've prepared. I want to say, firstly, a huge thank you to QUT, because this is a pretty remarkable space that our young people get to pitch on. So thank you so much to Rowena, who we'll talk about in a moment, and the team at QUT for providing the space for entrepreneurship like this to take place. So thanks again to QUT. Let's give him a round of applause. Now, we're not in school, so you're allowed to take your phones out during the event, in which case we would love for you to be sharing photos of the event using the hashtag #BendingTheFuture. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know how to use TikTok. Can't help you with that. If anybody can provide me with a tutorial after the event, that'd be great. But all the other socials, you can definitely get involved, and we'd love for you to share what you're doing with us. Now, why are we here? Over the course of this year, almost 4,000 young people across Australia have taken this mission on. As an entrepreneur, pitch an innovative idea that makes the world a better place. Now, what's really special about this is this program hasn't existed in a co-curricular outside of school. It's not been sort of an elective for the fortunate few. For these schools that embark in our Activate program, they embed it as a core part of their learning as an accessible unit of work. So I want to share a little bit with you about the program that's shaped the entrepreneurs that we're going to see tonight. Activate is Future Anything's flagship in-curriculum program that empowers schools, teachers and students to think like an entrepreneur. We transform young people's creativity and curiosity into innovative ideas that make their world a better place. The world of work is changing. The average 12-year-old today could have as many as 17 different jobs over 5 different careers. And for the first time in history, employers are advertising for more enterprise skills than technical skills. Activate uses entrepreneurship as a vehicle to build the capacity of young people in 6 key future capabilities: collaboration, creativity and innovation, communication, problem solving, critical thinking, and adaptive mindset. Integrating fully with mainstream curriculum delivery, you can deliver Activate as a term-long or a semester-long accessible unit of work. Activate aligns to a multitude of curriculum streams, including business, English, science, STEM, civics and citizenship, and health and physical education. Great teaching and learning starts with providing educators with the space, support, and skills to thrive. That's why our Activate program includes a full day of professional learning for all Activate teachers, as well as access to unlimited coaching and support for the duration of the program. We want our teachers to focus on teaching and learning, not resource development. This is why Activate teachers get access to an extensive suite of resources through our smart online platform. The Activate program includes comprehensive lesson materials with level up and level down activities to support differentiation. It includes case studies, formative and summative assessment tools, and advice and inspiration to enrich the experience for both educators and their students. As experienced educators, we know that curriculum isn't plug and play. That's why we work with each of our Activate schools to contextualise the program for their students and their school community. Great teaching and learning connects what's happening in the classroom with what's happening in the real world. That's why Activate culminates in a large-scale pitching competition where passionate young people have the opportunity to pitch their innovative ideas for the chance to access funding and support to launch their ideas out of the classroom and into the real world. With supported educators leading future-ready curriculum, we really can bend the future, one youth-led idea at a time. And so in 2018, we held our first Future Anything Grand Final, and we had Tanika, who was our winner, with her enterprise shielded socks. And so she walked away with the startup funding to launch her socks that look like normal school socks above the surface of the shoe, but had these incredible funky patterns underneath the shoe. The premise of her socks was you don't know what's underneath the surface for young people. The following year, we had Culturehood take out back-to-back winning from the same school, Springfield Central State High School. And Culturehood discovered a statistic that told them that the Polynesian community were more at risk at domestic violence than other communities. And so rather than passively look on to that statistic, they created a line of hoodies that had cultural patterns along the sleeves of those jerseys. And with the money, they supported initiatives that back and support young people who are suffering from domestic violence. Last year, we had a virtual grand final. What a thrill it is to have people in the room today. And we had 3 young people from St Andrew's Anglican College on the Sunshine Coast pitch. And rather than tell you about their idea, I thought I might show you what it feels like to win a grand final.
Has come up with something that is so important for us now in Australia, in the world, and we believe has got a great chance with the right partnerships and the right work and a lot of hard work to be successful, and that is Aqua Shield. Yeah! And they jumped as well done, guys. Fantastic. Wish we'd been...
I mean, you don't often see 14 and 15-year-old boys get that excited about school, right? But this is why we do what we do, because it's an opportunity for young people to share a part of who they are with the broader community and transform the problems that they see into ideas that can actually make a difference. And I know we're going to see some incredible pitches today. And who's going to be our winner? We have 9 pitching teams who will take the stage, and there will be one that will be crowned our Future Anything National Grand Final winner, and will walk away with the shield, $2,500 in cold hard cash, plus almost $15,000 in prizes and support. How's it going to work? Well, I'm going to talk to you for a little bit, but then I'm going to introduce our judges. Then we've got the pitches before we have our inaugural Educator Awards, where we're actually going to recognise the teachers behind the scenes that are making these opportunities possible for our young people. And then we finish with the big announcements. It's going to be a totally jam-packed night, and I can't wait to share it with you. Now, who checked out the people's display, the people's vote and the showcase display before you walked in here? Oh, that was a very quiet yes. Come on, who checked it out? These young people were our runners-up in our semi-finals, and so were invited to showcase their ideas for the chance to win the people's vote. Now, that vote is still open, so we have 5 teams that have the opportunity to win $500 plus who knows what else. I think there might be another sneaky prize over there for the winner. So there's still an opportunity for you to vote for your favourite team. So if you like, grab a photo of that, use the QR code to access the voting. We'll let you know when you've got a minute left of voting today. 5 teams, 5 incredible enterprises. If you haven't voted already, make sure you jump on and you do so. Now, this is our 6th final that we've held this year, and every single year we've had Jan Owen sit on our judging panel. Unfortunately, due to those pesky border restrictions, Jan will be joining us via Zoom today to share some thinking. She heads up Learning Creates Australia. Prior to that, ran the Foundation for Young Australians and is a keen person involved in, I guess, pushing education into a space that really replicates what we want young people to know and need for the future of work. So I'd love to invite Jan to speak as our keynote speaker for tonight's grand final.
Hi everyone, hi from Melbourne, or Naarm as we also call it, and I'd like to begin by acknowledging the Wurundjeri country and Boonwurrung country that I'm on down here, and also the country that you're all on, Turrbal and Yajara country, and Brett from Virtual Songlines. How amazing was that? And 11,000 videos. That was incredible. I'm so pleased to be here tonight, and I just want to talk about 3 really quick things with you all. Number one, over the past few years, we have seen the most amazing innovations at this final, like seriously, serious innovations like revolutionary shark nets and mental health apps and fashion labels and community building programs and caring for others and recycling and upcycling and clever high-tech and low-tech solutions to real problems. And I come back here every year, and I'm so gutted not to be there, really to hear what you young entrepreneurs, the best that we have, are thinking about, to hear what you're imagining, and to hear about what problems you want to solve in the world. Whilst you've been working on matters that are about your future, also the whole world is changing around you. And I really want you to know that whether you go to work or uni or TAFE or whatever it is that you do next, everyone wants to know what you know and can do beyond sitting exams. So this work and this program that you're doing makes an enormous difference to your future. This afternoon, I was sitting with a bunch of kind of bosses, like CEOs of big corporations and recruitment companies around Australia, in the Zoom room, of course, like we can't go anywhere out of Melbourne. But they were talking about how they're hiring people for their ideas, for their creativity, for their collaboration, for their teamwork, for their potential is the things they're looking for. Since last year, a lot's happened for me as well. And Nick, this one's for you. So everyone, one of my children, his name is Alex, is a little bit older than the students in this room. He's in his 20s. But in COVID, in lockdown, he was put off work. And so he decided, just sitting in his bedroom, in his lounge room, in his little tiny flat, to do something that he really loved, that he hadn't had a chance to do. And what he did was he produced 75 videos on marketing and copywriting, which is his favorite thing. One of those videos went viral on TikTok, and it had 1 million views, and all his videos have had millions and millions of views. But what happened more importantly was that was the beginning of him being able to set up a business. So using TikTok and using his skills and the things that he loves and using video, he was able to start a business, and now he works with companies all over the world. He's still sitting in the same 1-bedroom apartment in Melbourne, but he's in this massive universe. And I think that's what is the opportunity for all of you, which is so different to your parents and your grandparents. You get to see and to work and operate in the world in a really, really, really different way. Nick, I'm going to send Alex over to you. He quit his day job after 6 months, and I'm pretty sure he can teach you about TikTok. And wait, even more, this morning I was you. So it never ends. I'm an entrepreneur, and this morning I had to pitch to an investor. I was very excited and very nervous, probably how you're feeling right now as well. I was thinking a lot about what I was going to say and what I was telling the investor, and it went really well. But I was also asking a lot of questions and doing a lot of listening. And that's the thing I really, really want every entrepreneur to understand, that it's just not about pitching, and yes, that is a big part of it, and doing that well is brilliant. But really what you want to do is connect with people. You want to connect with people you don't know in the audience who might love and want to help you with what you're doing. And so after we had finished, my co-founder and us were jumping around excitement like those guys who won last year. But the first thing we thought about was, wow, how can we return the favour to this person? How can we send them some more information or send them an idea or connect them with someone else? Because all of this work that we're doing is much bigger than us. And in Australia, we talk about this ecosystem and how all entrepreneurs, whether you're young or you're old or older, we're all connected and we all need to help and support each other. And so my immediate thought was, how did the pitch go? And then what did we learn? How can we help the person that we just pitched to? So think about everything as being just the start of an opportunity to work with people and to work with different people. You have no idea how they might come back to you in your life over the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. So finally, congratulations tonight. Good luck to you all. I'm incredibly excited to see your innovative ideas. And I also want to thank your schools. Nick, it's incredible that there's an educator award. Congratulations on that. Because I want to thank your schools and your teachers and your parents for understanding the importance of entrepreneurial skills and enterprise skills and thinking differently. That your parents and teachers understand that learning happens all the time and in many, many different ways, and that you learn and fail and succeed and learn, and sometimes you do all these things at once, and that's what this is about, is incredibly important. So give them a high five, or as we say in Melbourne, give them a COVID elbow after tonight to say thank you, because they are so important to what you're able to do. Every year at the Future Anything Grand Finals, we laugh, we cry, we gasp, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that going on tonight. So have a fantastic night tonight. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves and keep bending the future.
Thank you. Jen, I'm definitely going to hit Alex up for those TikTok lessons, absolutely. So put us in touch because, that's a skill I definitely don't have. And thank you for joining us. It's such a shame that you're not here in person, but it's such a genuine pleasure to have you here virtually. Having seen the program grow from 100 students in a single school to the 4,000 students this year, and to watch the evolution of the program and also the young people and their ideas. So thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of the pitches. I'm sure I'll get some frantic DMs from you in the background after every pitch commenting on the students. So I look forward to that update when I check my phone. Thank you. Right. It's been a lot of information from me, and I want to introduce the 3 really important people who have the incredibly difficult job of judging tonight. In fact, a student said to me earlier today, "Are you judging?" To which I said, "Oh, no, absolutely not. I don't want to be a judge. That's way too hard. It's far easier to be the MC than it is to sit on that side of the table." We have 3 incredible people joining us tonight, and I am not going to read their bios because I think we'd be here all night. I do want to talk a little bit to each of their experiences and what they're bringing today. And I know from their questioning and their comments today, we're going to see a little bit more of what they bring to our Future Anything final and also to the world for what they do. First up, I'd love to welcome Professor Rowena Barrett to our stage. She is the Pro Vice Chancellor of QUT Entrepreneurship. I think there's a lot of things that I could speak to with Rowena's experience and her role at QUT, but one thing I think I would like to mention is the incredible work you're doing to build scholarships for young people who are entrepreneurial for QUT. And maybe you'd like to speak for a second to some of those opportunities that QUT is building for entrepreneurial young people.
Yes, so we still have open until the end of the week applications for the Budding Entrepreneur Scholarship here at QUT, where we will support young people across any degree at QUT to both build their entrepreneurial venture in whichever shape or form they want and support them through their learning. Because we believe that entrepreneurship will just amplify the learning that you undertake at university. Whether you want to be a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, a health professional, an engineer, doesn't really matter. Entrepreneurship will just amplify what you can do by giving you tools to be able to solve problems and create opportunities and value for others.
Awesome. Thank you so much to Rowena. I think there's always been this juxtaposition between entrepreneurship and education, and I think it's wonderful to see the tertiary institutions embracing both, which I think is really special. So young people in grade 11 or grade 12, there might be an opportunity for you to pop an application in at the moment. I'd love to welcome our second judge, the principal of StartMate, Lauren Capelin. I won't read your bio. I will say that I read recently that your first job was at Baskin-Robbins. Is that correct? My first job was at Pizza Hut. I know StartMate's responsible for really finding entrepreneurial people and helping grow that ability. Can you speak a little bit to what the key ingredients are in supporting an entrepreneurial person with their idea, whether they're young or old or in between? What does it look like to kind of surround them in the ingredients for success?
That's an awesome question. Yes, it was Baskin's Racecourse Road, for anyone wondering. I've never forgotten those beautiful 31 flavours. So I've literally just come off the back of 14 pitch interviews today for our next accelerator cohort, and that's one of 3 days that I'll be doing this week, so it's a lot. But really that is to say that it never stops, but also this is the start of something pretty incredible in terms of your entrepreneurial journey. And what we are focused on at StartMate is unleashing the ambition, unleashing that potential that you see for yourselves, for the ideas that you're working on. And I think you can't go wrong when you lift off the lid of what you think is possible of yourself, of your idea, and StartMate exists to kind of keep pushing that a little bit further over the line. And yeah, that's what we're looking for every day, and what opportunities like this give for you to test your own limits around how you see that in yourself. So all the best tonight, and thank you.
Thanks so much, Lauren. Last, and certainly not least, you may have seen this man's co-founder in our video a second ago, but our third judge is the co-founder of Orange Sky, Lucas Patchett. Please welcome him to the stage. Now, the Orange Sky story started right here in Brisbane. It was you and Nick in school or just out of school, and you saw a problem and you did something about it. Can you speak to the students about what's the difference between having an idea and then having, I guess, an enterprise a few years later? What's the ingredient or the change, or why did you and Nick look at that problem and decide that you were the right people to solve it?
I think we all have ideas, and what Nick and I are both really passionate about is how do you, as soon as you have something tangible that you can touch, that you can feel, and then other people can see it. And I think tonight we'll hear some pictures, but if you can actually touch and feel it, then you can bring more people on the journey and get more people involved, which for us, we're not experts on homelessness, on building vans, or on any of that. It was just we had an idea, we wanted to give it a crack, and off we went. So.
Give it a crack and off we go. Thank you, Lucas. One of my favourite parts of the Orange Sky story is that you guys blew up 3 washing machines before you got it to work in the back of a van. And I love sharing that story with young people to prove that sometimes it doesn't work the first time or the second time. But if you have the resilience and the drive to keep it going, then you never know where you'll end up later. So thank you. How are we feeling? Are we ready? I know that we have a couple of teams backstage who are very eager to join us. So I would love to welcome our teams. They're going to have 3 minutes to pitch. We'll have 3 or so minutes for the judges, 3 to 4 minutes. I'll ask 1 question each. I mean, this is the prize pot that our young people are pitching for tonight. Pretty incredible. So, without waiting any longer, I'm thrilled to welcome our first team to the stage from Marymount College, Coco and Sammy.
Man's best friend, our fiercely loyal, four-legged companions. It is undeniable, wherever you go, dogs are vital members of society, whether they're a service dog, a cattle dog, or just a pet at home. Hello, My name is Hallie Wiblin, and this is Lily Leveson, and we are co-founders of the business Coco and Semi. As pet owners of 2 dogs, we realise there is a significant gap in the pet supply market, the lack of sustainable pet supplies, especially collars, leashes, and pet toys.
According to a 2019 survey conducted by the RSPCA, 61% of Australian households own pets, with nearly 50% of these pets being dogs. When you adopt a dog, there are many items you need, including a collar, a leash, and toys. These products are normally made of plastic or are plastic-based. Australia produces 2.5 million tonnes of plastic waste per year, and too much of it ends up in landfill. There are approximately 5 million dogs adopted in Australia, each needing a collar, leash, and toys. You do the math, it ends up over time and significantly hurts the environment.
As such, we have worked together and come up with a solution: burlap fabric. Burlap fabric is 100% biodegradable, organic, chemical-free, vegan-friendly, durable, water-resistant, and most importantly, an alternate to plastic.
Using burlap fabric, we have already designed our prototype of our collar, leash, and chew toy. It costs approximately $1.60 to create a collar, 50 cents to create a leash, and 40 cents to create a chew toy. The collars and leashes will be sold for $15, the chew toys will be sold for $10. The collars have a profit margin of $6.70, the leashes $4.25, and the chew toys $4.80. In addition to minimising plastic waste, with every product purchased, we will be donating 50% of our profits to the World Wildlife Fund. The World Wildlife Fund is an organisation that's close to both of our hearts, as it helps combat our impact on the environment, focusing on wilderness and animal preservation.
We have our prototypes ready and our website is up. Our business has an active social media presence, both on Instagram and Facebook, and we have multiple offers from social media influencers to promote our products. Moreover, we have numerous people who are interested in purchasing them. All we need now is funding to begin. We are asking for $2,500 for our business. Firstly, we'll invest $300 into our initial product order, creating 100 collars, 100 leashes, and 100 chew toys. After launching our first round of products, we'll invest $200 into further developing our website and purchasing a domain. Utilising an additional $1,000, we will promote our products through social media influencers, both on Instagram and Facebook. Finally, we'll use the remaining $1,000 to continue to expand our range of products, hopefully with a wider selection of colours in collars and leashes, and a greater variety of pet toys. Thank you for listening.
We are Coco and Sammy.
And your best friend deserves only the best.
Bit more into the distribution side of things. So you're mainly focused on a kind of direct-to-consumer social media strategy. Have you thought about also kind of retail distribution opportunities?
Because mostly our target market will be focusing on dog owners and people who are very environmentally conscious, as well as being on social media and promoting that way. We're thinking of first going to like markets like Carrara's markets and different areas, because that's where I feel like the majority of our target audience will be, walking their dogs, buying stuff that makes them feel environmentally conscious.
Well done, and well done on pushing through adversity with the microphone.
Thank you.
Failing, so really well done, team. My question was around the model around donating 50% to World Wildlife Fund. I think it's awesome, but it's also one of the challenges of then that money that you raise, you're then donating away, so it affects like your scaling and ability to grow quite quickly. So interested to know a little bit more around how to land on 50%. Did you consider any other not-for-profits in that? Shout out Orange Sky, obviously it doesn't work, but just interested to know a little bit more about that.
Well, we chose the World Wildlife Fund because it means a lot to both of us. The whole organisation is about minimising human impact on the environment and our impact on animals and the environment and forest deforestation. We chose it, and we chose 50% because with our products, they're relatively cheap to make. They're about 50 to 75 cents per product, meaning after we donate 50%, we get about a $6 profit margin. So it's very affordable for us to still donate 50% and to give back to the community through the Wildlife Fund, while also being able to scale up our business over time. Thank you.
So the pet economy is a huge economy. People love their puppies and buy lots of products for them. Just can you tell me a bit about when you're incredibly successful, how are you building the manufacturing of these products? What will you do to create them?
Do you want to go? Well, our products are completely 100% handmade.
Yep.
You probably saw them before they were taken away, but it's a paracord python knot, so it's very, very strong for dogs, and so completely handmade. That goes with our whole vegan-friendly, sustainable kind of thing. And you would have seen a little plastic buckle, but that's because one of the retailers we were looking to buy the metal ones from, they couldn't go through with that. And so once we're able to get all the materials, we'll be completely plastic-free, as well as being handmade and everything like that.
Yep. And scaling?
Yeah, as we scale it up, because mostly we want to make sure each product is 100% perfect. As we scale up, we'll probably have people that will hire and pay a wage, so they will show them how to do the paracord knot. It's relatively easy, it's very quick to make, and we'll have people make it for us.
Beautiful.
As we scale up, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I get so nervous when the judges ask questions. I'm side of stage going, you've got this in my head. They handled the questions like champions. Congratulations. I couldn't think of a better way to kick off our event. It's time for pitch number 2. It's fast and furious tonight. Our second pitch is from Redcliffe State High School. I'd love to welcome Chloe's Heat Wheats.
Have you ever taken for granted the work of our Australian farmers? Up until 6 months ago, so did I. However, when a business opportunity arose, it opened my eyes to the struggles of Australian farmers, especially organic growers. That is why my future goal is to raise awareness and donate back to our organic farming industry. Hi, I'm Chloe Alley. I'm 15 years old and I began my business, Chloe's Heat Wheats, almost 3 years ago. This is my story. After injuring myself while competing in a touch football competition, my mum gave me a heat wheat to relieve the pain. It all started from here. I wanted to help people just like my mum helped me. I have a wide range of heat wheat designs which make my products inclusive and diverse. My whole family use my heat wheats regularly, especially my younger brother, as you can see. My heat wheats are made from 100% cotton, wheat and dried lavender. Each one has an inner lining which holds the wheat, and I handpick a variety of cool fabrics for the outer bag to appeal to my customers. Heat packs are a product that everyone can use to help with relief from aches, pains and injuries or just for comfort. Differing from other heat wheats on the market, Chloe's Heat Wheats are made by me, creating my own style. My product can also be frozen in an airtight sealed bag and used as a cold pack. I make them in 3 sizes, mini pack of 2, medium pack of 2 and long, which are $7, $15 and $25 respectively. I currently produce approximately 40 heat wheats a month to my customers and 7 businesses along with attending various handmade markets. In my aim to become eco-friendly, my business has recently started using 100% organic fabrics, cotton, wheat and lavender. Early this year, I was contacted by Keep Eco Store about supplying their business with organic heat wheats. I was excited by this and soon learnt that wheat from an organic farm is sustainable and grown with no chemicals. It was definitely time to make the move. Farmers across Australia experience droughts every year. Organic farmers completely rely on rainfall for them to be able to grow their crops. This financial year, my sales have significantly increased. I buy the organic wheat from Burren Biodynamics Farm, and after communicating with farm owners Stephen and Tanya, my goal is to donate $1 to them for every medium pack I sell. The money will be used to fund green projects, namely planting trees. Stephen and Tanya have experienced many droughts and are well versed on soil management and have learnt that by misfortune, patience is a strength. I use social media as a platform to advertise my business, and I am excited about creating a website soon. Winning this competition would allow me to expand my business, go eco-friendly and donate back to our organic farming industry. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Chloe. You opened that pitch with a lovely little story that made the whole product personal. Tell me a bit more about the wheat that goes in it. How much goes in each bag, and how much wheat have you used so far, or do you need to keep growing your business?
Yes, so currently I buy my wheat in 20 kilo bags. I buy about 5 at a time, so I currently buy it from Burpengary, which is quite like 15 minutes away from our house. But the organic I actually have to order in, as it's so hard to get, from Biodynamics. So in my medium packs, they're my most popular. I have about 2.5 cups. So I measured that out, and then a scoop of lavender as well.
Beautiful, thank you.
I'd also love to learn about the fabrics that you're choosing, and do you kind of commission the prints, or are you sourcing them from somewhere as well?
So I currently source my fabrics from a store, but I'm looking at moving to a wholesaler that will make my fabrics more cheaper and increase my profit margins that I will be successfully able to donate to the farmers. I've also looked into designing my own fabrics with Future Anything on it and things like that for my businesses that stock for me, because I currently have 7. So I'm looking at printing organic fabrics with their logo on it too, and my designs that I design.
Well done, Chloe. It's amazing. Interested on you mentioned before your profit margin. Like, what is it per bag, and is it do you have a wholesale price for your other customers?
Yes. So currently on my medium packs, I make about $4 profit from that. But moving to a fabric wholesaler and decreasing the price of my fabrics, I'm looking at decreasing it so that I'll be able to successfully donate that $1 that I'd make from buying my fabrics cheaper as well. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Incredible, fantastic. Well done, Chloe. To welcome our third team to the stage, we have, I've got the clicker, guys. Here we go. Thanks, Andrew. From Bribie Island State High School, we have Eco Boards.
Did you know every month 100,000 skateboards are produced from maple trees? Hi, I'm Braith.
I'm Toby.
And I'm Isaac, and we're the founders of EcoBoards.
We are mates who share the passion of skateboarding. However, a local kid, Marlon, can't share this passion. This is because he lives in poverty and can't afford a skateboard. We also don't want to be a part of a sport responsible for cutting down and killing our natural environment.
At EcoBoards, we aim to decrease the rising number of trees being cut down for skateboard construction by making skateboard decks using recycled woods such as wood pallets.
We also want to help children who are less fortunate and don't have the money to take up skateboarding as a sport. For every 10th board purchase, we will donate a board to the Smith family, who, like us, aim to decrease the rising number of children in poverty.
A report by the BGCI says that 36 out of the 158 wild species of maple trees face extinction in the near future. Skateboard decks are responsible for a substantial portion of this problem. We will help fix this issue by using recycled wood rather than killing more trees to make our decks.
Another issue we aim to help is poverty. With 3.2 million Australians in poverty, many people, just like Marlon, can't afford to do the things they love. At EcoBoards, we'll donate a board to the Smith family for every 10th board we sell. This will allow for more people to take up skateboarding.
EcoBoard decks come with cool design to enhance sales of our boards. The designs will be added through a laser cutter. We use these rather than paint, as it contains a number of harmful substances.
These include toxic metals, planet-damaging solvents, carcinogenic additives, and volatile organic compounds. These are both harmful to health as well as contributing to global warming.
To get our business started, we would only require $309. This would allow for us to manufacture and sell approximately 300 eco-boards. This means it would only take 6 decks before we start making complete profits. This means we'd have enough money to easily donate to our charity, the Smith family.
With profits like this, we can put this straight back into the business, allowing us to branch out and selling eco-friendly wheels and trucks.
Our product will be distributed to customers through a 3-step process. First, the items will be purchased from our online store. The goods will then be delivered to the customer's doorstep where they'll sign off on the package. This would allow for an easygoing customer experience.
Eco-boards have few competitors. These include Worthy and Arbor skateboards. Eco-boards is much cheaper, selling at $40, compared to the high price of the Zephyr from Worthy at $230 and the Pilsner flagship deck at $90 from Arbor.
Our idea has already started to take place in the real world as well, with multiple customers and a couple of sponsors, Landscape Skills and Crankbank Surf, already on board. Our business has already started to make a small difference in poverty and deforestation.
Eco-boards is only a dream.
A dream to help the issues of deforestation and people stricken by poverty who can't do the things they love.
Eco-boards is only a dream, but with your support, it is a reality. Thank you for listening.
Well done, gents. I'm interested a little bit more in, talk to me about like who's the ideal customer. You mentioned the delivery model, but where are they coming from? Are they coming, who are they and where are they coming from?
So our main customer focus is of people of our local area, because that's where we're going to be getting the wood from, and it's more connection to our issue, which is deforestation, because most of Bribie is made up of forests. So yeah, we're going to be focusing our local area, but then we're going to expand into more our local council area, more the whole of Moreton Bay and whatnot as we expand.
Awesome. And one more question, sorry. I don't know too much about skateboarding, but I know that to do tricks and stuff that they use special wood so it pops and stuff. Have you done some quality control on
Yeah,
this
well,
one?
our designs are actually cruisers, so their pop isn't as big as what stunt decks would be. But but we soak them in water and then we clamp them down at that angle, and then it dries in that angle and it gets the pop shape.
You outlined your startup costs for the materials that you would need to acquire to start producing. What kind of scale would that allow you to produce that? How many boards can you make per day based on those kind of assumptions?
Well, we don't exactly have a time frame of which we'd produce them, because we don't actually have a set amount of time it would take. Right now, it does not take long to produce them at all. The longest process is laser cutting in itself, which takes around 2 hours, and letting them sit overnight. And producing 300 eco boards over a process of maybe 2 days each, and at a rate of producing them at the same time, we could produce them quite quickly for demand and supply.
Awesome. So just picking up on the earlier question around the ideal customer and perhaps how you might market this, who would be the key influencer, do you think, that you could get who would use one of those boards that would help you market your product?
Well, we could get skateboarders who are talented from our area, so they can help market the board and get our name out there.
Yep. And where will you sell these?
We'll mainly sell them online, but we look to go to markets and stuff like that as well.
I just have to add on to that also. We have our own website, which you can check out on our Instagram account.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Well done.
I told you we were to plug you.
Well done. Rowena, I thought maybe you were going to put your hand up to be like that, the key marquee sponsor to showcase the board. I was just saying side of stage, I wish I could skateboard, but I feel like I would just break many, many bones. So our next team, I want to give an extra special welcome to, because she's joining us from South Australia. So Future Anything is run in Queensland, South Australia, and also New South Wales. And this year, the winner of one of our semi-finals was a South Australian team. And so Jocelyn and her mum have flown up from South Australia to join us live for our Future Anything final today. So can we please give a very warm Queensland welcome to Jocelyn from Soul Movers.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn and I'm the founder of Soul Movers. For most of my sporting life, I can remember feeling the pressure of how I performed and the effect it would have on me if I played badly. I would dread having to go to trainings and being reminded of the games. As athletes, these things can have major effects on us and our mental health. Often, this leads to a mental illness. In fact, 35% of elite athletes suffer from a mental illness. Michael Phelps, Naomi Osaka, Simone Biles, Shane Tuck, Shani Layton and Will Pekoski are only a minute amount of athletes who have faced this challenge. 33% of student athletes like me are also faced with this hurdle and only 10% seek help. My enterprise, Soul Movers, aims to help all these athletes suffering from a mental health illness. My idea is shoelace tags, which can easily thread onto any shoelace on any shoe. These tags have motivational words and quotes imprinted onto the face. They are also handmade and completely eco-friendly. When you're playing your chosen sport, you can simply look down at your shoes and see the motivating words shining back up at you. Soul Movers is a unique enterprise compared to the competitors. As mentioned earlier, it is eco-friendly and completely handmade. These tags are made from 100% scrap metal, currently from a local engineer, and will be boxed in sustainable packaging. Athletes also have the opportunity to select quotes that are relevant to them and their sport or request a custom quote. 25% of the profits will also be donated to Breakthrough, Australia's only dedicated mental health research foundation. So how much will I sell the Soul Movers for? I'll sell a Soul Mover set for $15, which includes the opportunity to personalise the tag to suit the athlete. The revenue income created would then go towards advertising, packaging, equipment and shipping costs. The price of $15 also allows me to have enough profit to donate 25%. Since the semi-finals, I have been hard at work. During this time, I produced and sold my first Soul Mover sets. I set up a stall and the response and support I received was overwhelming. Several custom orders were also requested. The design for bracelets and anklets that can be worn by athletes whose sport do not require shoes have been completed and coloured writing is now available for athletes to choose for their quote. But still, as my business grows, I aim to employ more people and eventually move to mass production. For my starting cost, I am asking for $1,000. This will grant me everything I need to make and sell 250 Soul Mover sets and upgrade my equipment to reduce production time. I'm also on the path to officially open my enterprise by December and introduce new products early next year. So, sport-induced mental illness is real. It forces athletes to struggle on their own due to fear of judgment, the fear of being dropped, and the fear of losing the one sport they love. You're faced with the toughest opponent that no one else can see. With your help, along with the help of Soul Movers, athletes can beat this opponent and reach their potential. Thank you.
I'm interested to know whether you have thought about potential, I guess, mass distribution opportunities here where you've got maybe schools or clubs who could be kind of ordering team Soul Movers. Have you started thinking about those kinds of opportunities?
Yeah, so I'm playing a few netball teams. So in the future, that is definitely something that I want to sort of develop. And then also the school teams, because they've supported me so much within this process, that's definitely something that I want to look into.
Awesome. I think you mentioned one thing before around like stigma around mental health, and I think it's an awesome way to, I suppose, self-motivate and self-remind for people, but then I think it has an impact from a customer perspective. So do you see this as like people buying it for themselves or people buying it on behalf of someone? Like talk us a little bit more about customer and who the sort of ideal customer is.
Well, it's mainly targeted towards athletes who do have a mental illness, but it can be used by absolutely anyone, even if you don't have a mental illness. But I think it can be bought by anyone for anyone, as long as it's helping something. That's all that matters for me. Thank you.
Look, thank you very much. Tell me, are there restrictions on what you can have on your shoes when you play different sports?
There are a few restrictions. As you can see on those ones, they've got the rounded edge.
Yep.
That's basically the main one. And we've combated that by making the rounded edge instead of sharp. But yeah.
Wonderful. And how many words, because these have got 3 on 3 and 2 words, how many words will you fit in, do you think?
Yeah, so it's 10 letters or spaces per line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I think what's super apparent to me is how well these young people know their business ideas. When the judges are throwing these really specific questions at them, they've got the content front of mind in order to respond. We've had 4 outstanding teams, and I'd love to welcome our final team for our first session to the stage. From Redlands College, Virtual Break.
Good morning, judges. My name is Sienna Cooley, and I'm the founder of Virtual Break. Virtual Break is an app that gets kids excited about having a break from screens. The aim of Virtual Break is to improve children's mental health caused by too much screen time. Since the semi-finals, I've been in collaborative design with an app developer to develop the Virtual Break app. The Virtual Break app is a screen time management system. Intrinsic rewards and break times are negotiated between parents and children. Parents set time limits, and if children voluntarily choose to have a break, they earn virtual coins. The coins can be saved or spent to redeem rewards. If children do not have a voluntary break, no coins are awarded. Virtual Break is unique as it aims to provide a holistic approach to family life by balancing screen and family time using gamification techniques. Our difference is that Virtual Break empowers children to make decisions, learn lifelong lessons. Negotiate rewards, gamification, and countdowns help to avoid meltdowns and arguments. I've been working with an app developer, and these are some of the screen grabs they have designed for the Virtual Break app. Part of my journey in developing the app was to validate the app, and I did this with a physical experiment. We gave 6 families physical coins in order to test methodology, and this is now evolved into a physical Virtual Break kit. The kit is on the table in front of you. The kit works in the same way as app, but provides physical coins and reward charts. Don't just leave it to me to tell you it is a great product. Let's hear it straight from the users.
What's the virtual coin? Because we get cool prizes. Because I couldn't get all the coins to save up for things. It's because I get to beat my brother.
The kit contains 2 children and 1 adult wallet, 100 gold tokens, 20 blue tokens. 1 blue equals 10 gold. Reward chart, whiteboard, and an instruction letter in a black kit box with the Virtual Break logo. The cost price of the kit is $32 and the retail price is $59, which gives a profit margin of $27 per kit. Extra coins and added-on packs can be purchased for an extra child. I'm asking for $3,000 to fund the first 60 kits and incidental costs such as business registration, setting up a website. I have a pre-sale list of 30 families and some are here in the audience. Can you stand up, please? Thank you. I'm pitching for the funding of the kit because this will be the revenue stream that will enable the app to be developed. $2 from the sale of each kit will be donated to Kids Helpline. Thank you.
Thank you, Sienna. And I'll have a look in the box. Tell me, so your target market is parents.
Yeah.
So they're going to pay for it, but they're going to get their kids to use it. So what are you doing to close that gap? Because sometimes I buy things from my son, it doesn't quite work. So how do you close that gap?
Well, the aim is for the parents because they're the ones who are trying to obviously get their kids off. But hopefully the kids, because of the break and everything, that it also works for them. And it in a way, it's for both people. We're going to sell it to the parents, but the kids are going to be the ones using it. Yep. So hopefully it closes a gap and it works.
Thank you.
Congratulations on doing the user testing that it's clear you've done to get to this point. I think that's a really important part of validating those assumptions. I guess I was interested to understand from your perspective, as a young person, is it a well understood problem, the kind of lack of, or the amount of screen time that young people are having? Is it something that you also feel like needs to be addressed?
Well, because I'm addressing mental health,
Yeah.
and I've experienced mental health myself, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's becoming more of and more of an issue in the generations coming, because people are starting to grow up with technology these days and it's getting worse. So the sooner you address it, the easier it will get for parents and people's mental health. So hopefully can...
Well done. Echo the comments. I'm interested in, obviously you've got the physical kit, but you also want to do an app as well, but you're keen to circulate these first and then to get enough momentum to build the app. Is that kind of the thinking, or talk to me a little bit more around where the app fits into the bigger picture as well?
Well, the reason I have two things is because I originally started with the app, but then after the trial we figured out that younger children like physical coins and the physical, being able to feel it, being able to get a reward after having a break. So we thought the kit will be aimed at the younger children, but it also depends on like how much time your child spends on technology and how much dependent they're on the parent. Because for older people the app will be better because they have their own phone and everything. But the idea is to sell the kit first to get the first 60 to then fund for the app and get the money for it.
Thank you, well done.
Oh, great work, Sienna. So we're about to actually move into a break now. We've got an intermission after our first 5 pitches.
Well, you're talking about a break, I see. Before you leave for the break, I would like to challenge you to a virtual break. This means you're not allowed to go on your technology unless you're tweeting about virtual break, of course. If you would like to accept this challenge, please take a virtual coin on your way out from the volunteers in the virtual break shirts.
So we're here today because we want to support our incredible young people. We're going to take 10 minutes. The bar is open, which I know you're all desperate to grab a drink from. But in that time, maybe whilst you're standing there, say hello to the person that's standing next to you. Reach out to the person in the row in front of you. Grab a virtual break coin as well and enjoy connecting with some new people. For those on the live stream, we'd love to see some photos of wherever you are, in your Ugg boots, in your dressing gowns, in your onesies, maybe dressed to the nines for the event, but please tweet and share where you're at right now so that we can see where you're coming to us from. We're going to take 10 minutes and we'll be back with you really soon. I can confirm the voting is very close for the people's vote. So there has been over 700 votes registered for the 5 teams out there. Pretty amazing. And I can tell you that the latest update is that there is only a matter of votes separating the top 2 teams. Wow. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I will say if you haven't voted already, you should do so now. There are 5 incredible teams out there sharing their enterprise ideas. Your vote could be the game changer. So if you haven't already, jump on and vote. How are we feeling? So the first half, can we get a bit of a cheer about how that went for you? What do you think about our first 5 teams? Well, it's only going to get better. We have 4 teams in this second half, and our first team, back from our intermission, is from Springfield Central State High School. Can we please welcome Sophie from Just Be You?
Good evening, everyone. I am Sophie Nance, and I have to buy my clothing from the kids section due to my dwarfism. Next. This makes me feel degraded and unincluded. That's how I came up with Just Be You. My business idea is making custom-tailored clothing for people with dwarfism and short stature so they can feel included and confident in themselves as far more comfortable. Next. When I was only 14 months old, I was diagnosed with a medical condition called mucopolysaccharidosis type 6, or MPS 6 for short. The medical condition consists of me having bone and joint problems, vision problems, heart and breathing problems, gum and teeth problems, enlarged liver and spleen, making my tummy stick out. Since having these issues, I have had 15 surgeries altogether. Dealing with all this definitely hasn't been easy, but I believe I've grown from each surgery. Wearing clothing to fit my size would be one less issue to deal with and even boost my confidence, as I would feel comfortable and not degraded by wearing children's clothing next. And so would the other 650,000 people with dwarfism in the world. That's 1 in every 40,000 next. The products I'll be making and selling through Just Be You is custom clothing for people with dwarfism via online shop accessible to buy in any country as soon as possible, and possibly stalls at disability expos too next. I'll start by selling t-shirts for approximately $40 for a t-shirt or pants, as survey results from the MPS family Facebook page responded they'd pay that. Having my business concept in a textile course at TAFE or through schools can reduce the cost too and increase awareness and publicity. Next. Exposure on Future Anything and Channel 7 like last month, I was on the news. Also increases exposure. Next. There are other businesses doing the same, but not in Australia, so will help the Australian economy. I want my business to be a social enterprise, so I'll donate 10% to charity groups and use organic cotton, eco-friendly packaging, and will carbon offset my orders as soon as I can. Next, Just Be You is about making custom clothing for people with dwarfism and short stature so they can feel included, comfortable and confident. Please support this concept. Thank you for listening.
Sophie, thank you very much. You clearly have a problem that you understand and experience, and so you have the wherewithal to actually deliver this. Tell me about your school uniform.
Yes, I didn't make this, or no one that I asked to make this. My school actually made it for me. And so I have, this was just bought from the store, but my skirt and my shirt was custom made from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, it took longer, but yes.
Okay, and so t-shirts and pants will be where you start?
Yes,
They're the
and
two
then
ones?
I'll expand, but
Okay.
yes.
And particular age that you're starting with?
From teenagers and up.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
It's a fantastic concept, and it feels like there's a great opportunity to build more of a community around it. Have you thought about how you could get potential customers engaged in the design process and things like that? Do you think that's an opportunity?
Well, social media marketing, but I do also have friends with my condition, so yeah.
Awesome.
Well done, Sophie. I'm interested in like who the competitors are in this space and or like what's the process for buying clothes for you at the moment?
Well, it doesn't well, I guess places where they make kids' clothing is a competitor. I do have seen on a website called Every Human that would be a disability competitor, but it's not really like disability-related competitors.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Can we please give Sophie a massive round of applause? Just Be You. Our Future Anything program is founded on our Entrepreneur's Odyssey, and the first two steps in our Odyssey are where have you come from and what do you care about? Because we believe that the best entrepreneurs are able to fuse their lived experiences with the things that they care about. And I think it's been really evident tonight that our young people are not just tackling problems that they're seeing on TV, in an abstract way, but they're really connecting to things that matter to them, and we can see that passion shining through in their pictures. So congratulations again to Sophie. Now, I'm super excited to welcome our next pitcher to the stage from Fairholme College. Can we please give Cadence from Cowgirl Cosmetics a massive round of applause?
Cowgirl Cosmetics is not just an idea to me. First started by my sister, Peyton, and I, it was initially to spread kindness and positivity to people who had lost everything during the Queensland Gulf fires of 2012. From here, the business began to blossom and incorporate several products by the end of 2013, selling at markets and even providing Australian Armed Forces with products specifically for their environment. But 12 days before Christmas in 2013, I tragically lost my sister in a farm accident. Since her passing, Cowgirl Cosmetics has become her legacy. Good evening, I'm Cadence Wilson, and this is Cowgirl Cosmetics. Some may know of Dolly Everett as a sweet girl from the Northern Territory, or as the tragedy that brought about Dolly's Dream Foundation. To me, Dolly was a schoolmate from Mount Isa School of the Year, and a now close friend to my sister and also to me. But now she's another child that we have lost to bullying. No family should have to go through what Dolly's family have, which is precisely why the Everetts developed Dolly's Dream and why Cowgirl Cosmetics supports them in what they do. I'm sure at one point in their life, everyone in this room would have experienced the mental anguish caused by bullies. I may have gotten through it with the help of my parents and friends, but not everyone has these support systems. Cowgirl Cosmetics aims to spread kindness with each and every purchase through our projects, social media pages, and website in conjunction with Dolly's Dream. My business will donate 5% of the proceeds from every product to Dolly's Dream so they can continue to provide education and awareness to the public, schools, and students, whilst providing programs, tools, educational resources, and support lines. My products are made from predominantly natural ingredients that are sustainably sourced, better for the environment and your skin. Our positive affirmations on products and handwritten notes accompanying each order spread kindness and create a better world for everyone. Since 2013, we have been slowly upscaling and growing the range of products and are financially growing without the use of modern business platforms and advertising. Adding to this, the products that I make are something that everyone needs and buys regularly. However, now people can choose to be part of the change. Although I understand that it will initially be hard to measure the impact my business has on reducing bullying, through kindness and financial support that I will spread, this will see a decline in the number of teen suicide related to bullying. As can be seen from the above financial table and graph, Cowgirl Cosmetics makes reasonable profit whilst keeping our products at an affordable price. To upscale this business and create bigger change, I will need to expand our human resources and increase our range and production rate in order to reach a broader range of customer base. I intend to target a wider range of events and have a greater social media presence, which will allow me to donate more. However, $2,500 would propel my business from market stall to mainstream business. Winning this competition will bring my future aspirations and Peyton's dream to fruition. Bullying is no longer something that we can sit back and let erode away at our children, stealing their future and our world's future. In the words of Dolly, my schoolmate and friend, speak even if your voice shakes.
Thank you very much. And you know, it's there's so many different products that you've created, which is fantastic. Tell me, which do you think is likely to be the biggest seller, and which one do you think has the greatest profit margin in it?
Currently, the product that has the greatest profit margin is mainly our moisturisers, and the products that are generally the most popular are the soaps.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
A fantastic mission, and well done to you for using everything that you've experienced to catalyse a business like this. It's fantastic. I guess I'm interested to understand, again, more on the distribution side. You think about the opportunities for, school networks. Do you see a strong opportunity to sell within school networks? How are you leveraging, I guess, the community that you're already part of to boost sales?
Currently, to boost sales, we're using markets locally and social media pages, but in the future, we'd love to utilise schools to market our products and sell to people that would be directly affected by what we're doing.
Well done, and yeah, super cool seeing all the products as well. I'm interested in the soaps in particular and the plastic packaging on it. Like, can you talk us through, like, is there a way to phase that out, or is that, like you talked through some of the materials being sustainable, but obviously soft plastic's not the best, but talk us a bit more about that.
Yeah, in the future we'd love to go more eco-friendly and get rid of our plastics and use more biodegradable and eco-friendly methods on preserving our products and packaging them.
Amazing, well done.
Thank you.
Amazing job. Massive round of applause for Cadence from Cowgirl Cosmetics. Fantastic. So to welcome our next pitch, I'm excited to welcome our next pitch to the stage from McGregor State High School. Can we please give it up for Clip and Go?
What could humanity achieve in 137 hours? Well, we waste those hours stuck in traffic, producing an absurd amount of carbon dioxide, which is destroying our only home in the universe.
Our team is determined to combat atmospheric pollution and traffic jams, as 90.2 million cars on the road produce 88 million tonnes of carbon dioxide in Australia each year, which is massacring our ecosystems and escalating traffic jams.
Now we all can agree that traffic really sucks. So Ben, Sally and I from Clip and Go believe that we will end this problem for good. Behold the Clip and Go e-bike kit. Based on government regulations, our product allows users to easily clip an electric motor, hand throttle and battery onto the frame, allowing users to benefit from a pedal-assisted bike with a top speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Furthermore, our motor incorporates an alternator to significantly extend the battery charge. However, the safety of our consumers are just as important as the safety of our environment. In an emergency, there is a kill switch on the hand throttle in case if the motor malfunctions. While we'll ensure that all electronic components are carefully sealed and insulated to prevent electrocutions and fires.
Based on positive feedback from 99 Bikes and Toby Hood, our product will encourage thousands of Australians to bike to their destination. By replacing cars with slim and automated nature of e-bikes, it reduces traffic jams and their carbon footprint by 395 grams per kilometer compared to a car. This will then appease to the environmentally conscious and busy people.
Now that is really cool.
By purchasing our e-bike, you are saving a significant amount compared to our competitors. For only $1,700 per kit, you are saving $11,650 from Bosch's e-bike.
Following negotiations with major retail chains such as Big W, Kmart and Rebel, we will retail to all bike owners over 13 years old in commuting hotspots throughout Brisbane City for optimal profit, which is expected to be $94,900 in the first 24 months. 50% of this profit will be donated to Greenpeace, a non-governmental organisation dedicated to conserving our environment. Here is our corporation's chronological timeline after Future Anything to ensure that our product is ready to be distributed, aiming to maintain 25,000 concurrent riders, resulting in 25,000 less cars on the roads, to make a permanent impact.
Our corporation has teamed up with entrepreneur and bike shop owner Toby Hood for priceless feedback regarding the Clip and Go product and connections. We look forward to extend our connections even further to better improve our product and to be able to innovate our product to be even more efficient and even cheaper.
We require $60,000. $32,000 to purchase the components based on product data from Bike Sports imports in Melbourne, $20,000 to manufacture by Substation 33, $3,400 to advertise a product through social media and online campaigns with Clear Water advertising in Melbourne, and $1,000 for packaging and shipping. Until we receive the $60,000, I will ride this tricycle around the campus until our enterprise becomes a reality. Thank you.
Are you going to start? Are you going to start writing?
Oh, after the Q&A, after the Q&A.
After
Yeah.
the Q&A, right. Well done. Question from me, is anyone doing this? Like, are there any competitors who are doing the clip, like the add-on to the conversion for e-bikes?
Yes, as we've discussed in the presentation, Bosch offers a clip-on solution.
Yeah.
However, compared to our solution, which only costs $1,700.
Oh, so that was an actual clip-on thing. It wasn't a.
Yes.
It wasn't a whole e-bike.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. There you go. And no one else is doing it on a cheaper scale?
No, it's
Awesome.
just
Right.
us at the moment.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to make one for the little red bike.
Oh, I could.
Look, I think it's a really exciting idea. It's really quite astonishing to think that they don't exist because, and as Nicole knows, I have a tricycle in my office that I keep promising to get electrified by students. I don't know if they electrify it or just give us a battery. Tell me about the manufacturing. Where do the batteries come from? Where do all the parts come from? And what will you do to put them together?
So we plan on purchasing the motors from DMK Motors, which is a company based in China. Same with DNK Batteries, which is also placed in China. The sealant or the insulators we plan to purchase from Bunnings. And the manufacturing process, we are going to discuss this further with Substation 33, but I have proposed the idea to them and they said that they think it's possible to make this a reality. So.
Thank you.
I have at least 20 Allen keys at my house if you want to come and pick those up as well.
Thank you, Miss.
I think it's a really interesting, as Rowena said, it's kind of amazing that it doesn't exist in that form, and I frankly think that bikes shouldn't be allowed to be in Brisbane unless they're electric, so I think this is a huge step up. But in terms of that kind of market penetration, you know, focusing on Brisbane originally, I guess, given that you're here, is there any education you think needs to take place to actually get people considering riding again, knowing that an e-bike could actually be cheaper?
Like telling them how to install the...
Oh, yeah, well, I think just a question of as to whether or not the existing bike riding market is enough, or whether you think you need to bring more people to the kind of bike riding market knowing that they could buy an electric bike.
Well, I mean, the 2032 Olympics are coming soon in Brisbane,
Yeah.
and therefore traffic is going to be at its peak. It's going to be really bad, and so we thought that by encouraging more Australians to commute to the stadiums around Brisbane using an automated e-bike, therefore reduces carbon dioxide and reduces traffic.
You have to ride that bike off stage.
I mean, I hope so.
There we go.
Let's clap him off. Clip and go, everybody. McGregor State High School. Amazing. Can you believe it? We are up to our final pitch of the evening. Now, this team has waited quite some time to take the stage, but I'm thrilled to welcome our second team from Marymount College, who have some pretty slick posters at the back of the room right now. Can we please welcome Eco Eyelash? Who's doing your clicker?
Oh, lovely.
Okay, great.
Okay. I can do it.
You ready? Yeah, got it. Good luck.
My name is Angelina. I dare you, the next time you are walking along a Gold Coast beach or shopping centre, to count how many young women you see wearing fake eyelashes.
With over 100 salons on the Gold Coast alone, you'll be surprised just how many you count.
The eyelash extension industry is estimated to be worth around $1.5 billion in the next 5 years. I've been a lash technician for over a year and I can't help but notice how large my carbon footprint has become just because of the industry I am in.
As a regular consumer of lash extensions, I've noticed that there is no need for the excessive amount of waste that lash techs are using.
If we were to collect every empty plastic lash tray that has been sold this year worldwide and line them up side by side, the line would end up longer than the width of Australia.
Such large amounts of hard plastic that you probably didn't know existed is ending up in landfill and it's finding its way into our oceans.
Together, we have found a solution. Introducing Eco Eyelash, creating a sustainable alternative for lash artists everywhere.
We are a one-of-a-kind, eco-friendly lash supplier with drive for change. Not only are our products fantastic quality, but they all come in recyclable packaging.
To help decrease the amount of waste used in the lash industry, our trays are recyclable as they are made from cardboard. Our lash brushes and lip wands are also made of bamboo and come in paper boxes.
Major lash suppliers Jennifer Lay and Lash Lane do sell these same products. However, they all come wrapped in copious amounts of plastic, or the products themselves are made out of plastic.
To date, we have already engaged with multiple manufacturers in China that are helping bring our dream to life. Having received samples of lash trays, brushes, lip wands and tape, we have purchased our first order of 960 trays, 80 packs of brush and wands. Our next purchase will be tape, followed by under-eye pads.
We have purchased our Shopify site that is under construction as we speak. We have converted followers from Instagram into customers, offering them 20% off their first order by subscribing to our mail list. So far, we have 10 lash techs from all over Australia sign up and express their interest to our products.
Let's talk numbers. One volume lash tray sourced from Ann Fullen, a supplier out of China, will cost a total of $6.95. This includes the expense of the product, the packaging, and the shipping directly to us. For our client, we would charge them $15. This is a profit margin of $8.05. To give you context, a typical plastic volume lash tray will cost approximately $13. That is not a huge increase in expense, especially because they can now claim to be eco-friendly businesses. For a box of 50 lash brushes or application wands, the total expense to us is $4.70 each. Our sale price, $10, profit, $5.30. Currently, market value for plastic lash brushes is approximately $7, though come in cheap plastic bags.
With your support of $8,000, we would be able to scale up our business, investing in a wider range of eco-friendly products to satisfy the demands of technicians.
We'll invest approximately $1,000 into solidifying our website, search engine optimization to ensure a quick and easy experience for all our end customers.
We would also like to add more depth to our advertising campaign using Google and Facebook ads.
We believe this is where our target market is waiting. Thank you for your time.
Well done. That was a very snappy pitch. Congratulations. I'm interested to know if you think the problem is well understood by the consumers, or if you think you have to, I guess, convince the actual technicians themselves. Do you think consumers are wandering in going, how sustainable are your products?
Yep, so as I am a lash tech myself, and I have noticed this problem, I've talked to many other lash techs. As you can tell, on the back of your pamphlets, we have already signed up 10 lash techs to receive $20 off their first order, and they also have noticed the problem. There is no need to have the amount of plastic that these suppliers are sending their supplies in. It's completely unnecessary, and other people can see that as well.
Can I add to that?
Add to that.
Okay, so I'm also Angie's best friend, and she's a lash technician, and she has drawers full of just empty plastic trays and doesn't know what to do with them.
They're backstage, we forgot to bring them out.
Yeah, so it's definitely a problem that we've noticed, so yeah.
And thank you very much, girls. Just tell me about the cost of your product compared to others on the market. So it's sustainable, but is the cost...
The cost compared to other suppliers buying from China as well?
Well, yeah. What would your product replace, and is the cost cheaper, better?
Yeah, okay, so the brushes, for example, they come in 50 packs, but they're plastic, and they come wrapped in like a little plastic bag with a sealable top. Yep. Ours come in cardboard boxes with our logo embroidered on them, saying exactly what's in this packaging, and yes, that's going to cost us a little bit more, but what does that matter when we're making such a big difference? You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell us, like, you touched on it before, but 2,000, 2,500? Like, what's the ideal amount that you're looking for, and what does that get you?
Yeah, so we've contacted more suppliers about other products like tape and under eye pads that you use before applying the extensions. And there is a significantly different price to if we were just getting plastic packaging and stuff. With $2,500, we would be able to buy approximately 100 boxes of tape, so they all come in cardboard boxes with our logo on them. We would be able to buy probably 100 pairs of those iPads, but the more money we have, the more we can invest. We want to invest a lot into our website as when I go to buy supplies from people that find it sometimes frustrating or silly how the layouts are, and it could be so much easier, and we want to make sure that our website is the easiest website that you can use as a lash tech.
Yeah, and we also want to be like a one-stop shop, you know? So
For
we
everything.
want lash artists to be able to just come to us and get everything they need and know that they can be eco-friendly too.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that I had to get the girls to explain to me what lash technicians did when we first started this conversation. I wasn't really across this at all. So it's been a big learning curve for me around this. But I love their passion and what they bring around experience, you know, working in the industry and then being able to pitch a solution to a very real problem they've experienced. Can you believe it? That's our 9 pitches done and dusted. And the best part is, we can kind of just sit back and enjoy the rest of the show. But these 3 have to go to the green room and make some very difficult decisions. So, judges, if you'll exit side stage, can we please give them a round of applause as they go to deliberate? Toughest job around, good luck. So this year's been a pretty special year for us. We've obviously run quite a few grand finals where we've had the opportunity to acknowledge the students and their incredible ideas. But for the last few years, there's been something in the back of my mind where I've really reflected on the fact that these young people are able to be here today, often because of very hardworking teachers behind the scenes, providing these educational opportunities for their young people. Great curriculum like this doesn't happen by accident. And so this year we've actually released our inaugural Educator Awards, and I'm thrilled to announce our winners tonight. So, I know the pressure's on. There are some nervous teachers in the room and via Zoom. We have 3, yeah, look, that was a bit anticlimactic. I apologise, guys. But I liked the enthusiasm from the back row. We have 3 Educator Awards this year. The first is our Trailblazer of the Year. This is for our educators who are teaching Activate for the first time. It's an opportunity to recognise these passionate teachers as they embark on this entrepreneurial pedagogy for the first time in their schools. We have our Educator of the Year Award. Now, this is for an experienced Activate teacher who's taught the program for more than 1 year. And we also have our Team of the Year. So this is to reward our incredible educators who are working together to really make change within their schools. Now, we were inundated with an incredible number of applications, and what was fantastic for me to see, and perhaps these teachers don't realise, is that many of the applications came from their peers and their leaders. So they were being recognised by people who work with them and being nominated for these awards. And I think it's quite extraordinary because the work of teachers often feels like it goes unnoticed. And so I think what we want to say is, whilst we have our finalists and our winners tonight, the fact that we had so many nominations for so many educators in our program speaks to the fact that our teachers are valued and seen. And so I want to pause before I dig into this to acknowledge all of our Activate educators. We work with over 150 teachers across 46 schools around the country. And so if you're sitting near one of those teachers right now, whether you're virtually or physically, can you give them a high five, a pat on the back, a round of applause, and acknowledge their hard work? But we do need to crown our winners. We have 4 incredible finalists for our Trailblazer of the Year award. Our first finalist, Stacey Austin, joins us from Mackay. Let's give Stacey a quick wave. She's in the Zoom.
Okay, sorry, hi.
Hey! Great to have you here, Stacey. Thanks for joining us from Mackay.
Thank you. We're just having a little pool party up here and enjoying watching all the kids do a wonderful job.
I love that. When you said you were having a party at your place for the Future Anything final, I thought, yes, that's where I want to be. It's great to have you here and looking forward to seeing you on Thursday as well when I'm in Mackay in person. Yeah. So can we get everybody to give a bit of a wave in the background as well? I can see some.
Hang on, they're coming.
Yeah!
Mackay North State High School, right there, people.
Stacey, great to have you here. So in a moment, we'll find out the results. So our first finalist, Stacey from Mackay. I'd love to welcome, joining us via Zoom as well from Fairholme College, teaching the program for the first time, Rochelle Butlin. Can we say hello? Hey, Rochelle. Thanks for joining us up the range. Is it raining as much there as it is here?
Yeah, and it's cold. What's going on?
Well, it's still warm here, but it's just bucketing down with rain. Thanks so much for joining us and for doing such an incredible job teaching Activate for the first time this year. We've loved having you a part of our journey. Fantastic. Our third finalist in our Trailblazer of the Year awards is... I don't have my screen in front of me. Thanks, Andrew. Joining us from Loretto Kirribilli, we have Chris Hook, and I think what's super interesting to flag about Chris is not only he an educational legend, but he taught the Activate program for the first time whilst his school was in lockdown for the entire term. So not only was he teaching a new curriculum, but he was teaching it remotely to his young people in Sydney. So we welcome Chris tonight. Congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I think I'm good too. What a great evening's been so far. I really enjoyed it.
And it also looks like you're in San Francisco or something similar as well.
That's because the weather in Sydney tonight is so terrible that I can't put the screen on. It's really happy it's raining.
I thought it was because you were hiding your dirty laundry behind or something similar, in which case I thought that was pretty smart to put the screen up. Thanks, Chris, for joining us and for such an incredible job teaching the curriculum remotely and what I know has been a really challenging year for many educators around the country. And finally, I went out to Yarrabilba State Secondary College recently, and whilst I was walking through the classrooms, I had the joy of walking into this final teacher's room, and there was just magic all over the room. It was quite incredible to see these tangible artefacts of learning plastered around the classroom in celebration of what her young people are capable of. Not only is she a first-year teacher of Activate, she is a first-year teacher, full stop. So, our final Trailblazer, can we please give Co Shepherd a massive round of applause? The future of education is bright with first-year teachers like you. So, now we need that drum roll, gentlemen down the back. If you could oblige, thank you. Our 2021 Trailblazer of the Year is... Stacey Austin from Mackay North State High School. Stacey, congratulations.
They just went crazy.
I mean, I love the enthusiasm. That's my favourite part. Stacey, you've been such a joy to watch you work with your young people this year. And I think the first Zoom conversation we caught up with when we were mentoring your students, what struck me particularly was how well you knew each and every one of them. So the student would jump into the Zoom conversation, and before they even sort of introduced their idea, you would tell me something special about the young person. It had nothing to do with their idea, it had nothing to do with their academic prowess, it was something about the individual and why they were special. And I just want to say a huge congratulations for being our Trailblazer of the Year, and we look forward to many more years of working with you in our Activate program. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nicole. It's really easy to do this well because you've created such awesome, easy lessons. So thank you. I'm getting a bit emotional. But no, thank you. It's an honour to be part of it. And I have to give a big shout out to the crew at North who have always got my back. Chris Pelton, Jonathan Jenner, you've met Jono, like they've 100% just been whatever you want to do, Stace. You know, they support me and I couldn't have got into STEM without them. And our principal, Kathy Rolfe, whenever I go to her with a crazy idea, she's like, yeah, sure, here's the money to do it. And we all know you can't do anything if the principal won't sign the cheque. And like I said, to all my North people, we have the best staff there. And if ever I'm having a bad day or a lesson didn't go as I wanted, they're there to pick me back up. So thank you. And my awesome family.
Oh, and the family. We better, yeah.
Yeah. I made the children be here tonight, so I have to give them a shout out. Thanks, Nicole.
Massive congratulations, Stacey. I'm looking forward to bringing your trophy to you when I'm in town on Thursday. So can we give Stacey a big round of applause, please? Well done. Oh, congratulations. Now, we have our second category for the night. This is our Educator of the Year. And it was over the last 5 years, we've had the pleasure of working with so many incredible educators. And so narrowing the field of nominations to our Educator of the Year was certainly very challenging. And so I want to acknowledge our 3 finalists for this year. From Yarrabilba State Secondary College, again, we have Chris Goche. And I think Chris is one of those educators that just inspires you the second that you meet him. He really works for his young people in order to provide them with opportunities to flourish. And it's been fantastic to see Chris run our program at one school and then take a different role at a new school and also bring that program there and build that culture within that school. So it takes a very special educator to be able to take a culture from one school and build it in another. So to our first finalist in our Educator of the Year, Chris, congratulations. Our second finalist in the Educator of the Year Awards is Kerry Hopper from McGregor State High School, who's joining us from Zoom. Kerry, how are you going?
Yeah, hi, I'm going well, thank you. What another incredible night at the grand finals. Just gets better every single year.
And I think what's really special to acknowledge is, Kerry, you've almost been in the program from the beginning. So I think it's been 5 years that you've been working in the Future Anything program, firstly as a teacher of the program and now as a head of department, building these capabilities across your staff and your students. So it's such an honour to be able to have you as one of our Educator of the Year finalists tonight. Congratulations. And our last Educator of the Year finalist for tonight comes to us from Redlands College and is in the room, Fiona Mitchell. There she is. Fiona's another one of our educators who taught the program through English quite a few years ago at one school and has since changed roles and changed schools and brought the program with her in order to build that culture of entrepreneurial thinking. I think what's really cool is Fiona delivers Activate within English curriculum. Often it feels like it's in business, but we use Indigenous representations in text as a stimulus for young people to look at marginalised groups. And from there, rather than just looking at the problems that exist, we challenge young people to do a persuasive speech or a pitch, actually proposing solutions to the problems that they see. So it's quite remarkable, not only that Fiona's taught the program over so many years, but also that she's been able to build this culture within a subject like English as well. So congratulations to Fiona again. Gentleman down the back, I need another drum roll, please. Our Educator of the Year for 2021 is Chris Goche. Big round of applause for Chris. We've had to keep the trophies hidden all night because they have names on them, so. Chris, I know you wanted to escape down the stairs, but I'm going to make you say a few words. Yeah. You can come over here. No, I know you wanted to escape down the stairs, but I'm stopping you. Congratulations. Cheers. Tell me a little bit about this program for you, and I guess maybe about your philosophy as an educator.
I'm not normally one to be not with words. Yeah, a bit blown away, so thank you. For me, I think why we all do what we do is just to make a difference. That's why we do what we do every day. And those 9 teams tonight, I think, just reinforce why we do what we do. You guys were really awesome, and regardless of who wins tonight, I think you all need to be very proud of what you've done, because you've come very far. Yeah, give them a big shout out. Yeah. I'd just like to thank a few people quickly. Leon and Jackie from Springfield. Yeah, who took a risk on me, and Nicole, and I think, we did really well, and we helped a lot of young people who typically aren't the students who shine, and, we won Future Anything twice, those young people did, and we have Sophie here tonight. And I'd like to thank the team at Yerra Bilba who gave me second life. This time last year, I actually thought about quitting teaching. And I think sometimes, teachers, we put a lot on ourselves, and community and people don't back us, and I'd just really like to thank the team and for backing me, so thank you.
A very worthy Educator of the Year. Thank you, Chris. Oh, I need a second to take a breath. Congratulations, Chris. Now, there's a few rowdy teams in the room, and so we have our Team of the Year as our final category in tonight's Educator Awards. We have 3 very outstanding teams. The first team is Bribie Island State High School. Bribie have had an incredible journey with Activate, starting with 1 stream and now building out to 2 streams through science, and also looking at our STEM program and the use around that, and also English as well. Bribie Island also have 2 showcase teams and had, I think, 4 in our semi-finals. So this remarkable showing of passionate young people that have emerged out of the program at the school, which is a testament to the passionate teaching team that have worked over the last 2 years to really build this culture. So it is a pleasure and a joy to work with the team, and congratulations on being one of our finalists this year. I just love the name of the next team. We Get Amongst It. I think that probably says everything that we need to. Our second finalist team are a very passionate group of business educators that tirelessly work to create opportunity for the young people. They put on these incredible showcase events, really pulling together as a team to involve the local community and industry as part of their showcase events. I'd love to give a massive round of applause to our second Team of the Year, Ferny Grove State High School. And joining us from South Australia via Zoom, we have the team from Kildare College who've been working in our program for the last 2 years, and obviously have an incredible finalist with Jocelyn amongst the stage today. So we'll check in with Kildare College. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for the finalist nomination.
Now, I feel like it's much colder in South Australia than it is for us up here in Brisbane.
It's freezing. It was raining tonight as well.
Excellent. Well, we can share the rain with you because we've definitely had plenty of that. Congratulations. So, gentlemen down the back, you know what to do. Our Team of the Year for 2021 is Bribie Island State High School! Come on up, team. Big round of applause. It's a long walk when you've got to come from the middle of the room. Let's give them a round of applause as they make their way to the stage. Danielle's going to be the mic. She's the tribute that's been thrown forward. Team, it's always such a pleasure to come out to Bribie and work with you and work with your students. I think it's evident the passion that you have for your young people, and you can see it through the enthusiasm that they bring to their showcases. You really see their personalities that come through in the ideas that they pitch forward. Tell us a little bit about this program for you, and I guess, you know, maybe speak to the work that it takes for a team to come together around programs like this.
So we started Future Anythings last year with 2 small teams, and we've branched out this year with it, and we've really diversified. So we started with our academic classes, and we've gone to our comprehensive and our focus classes as well. And tonight we have people from every single one of those classes. So for us, it shows us that no matter where you come from, no matter your marks, if you find something that you're passionate about, you can achieve. And I think for our team, they've believed in every single one of our kids, and they've said if you dream it and you believe in it, you can achieve it. And so for us, working together has been really awesome, and they've done our school community and Bribie Island really proud. So regardless of any outcomes tonight, all of our teams are winners for what they've done.
And I love that message that, you know, it's about all young people getting a crack at opportunities like this. So congratulations to our Team of the Year, Bribie Island. This is the best part though, because at this point the judges are supposed to be here. So the fact that they're not means that they've needed more time. So at one point in one final, I almost had to sing and dance. I won't subject you to that. So, it's okay, guys, they are here. Can we welcome our judges back to their seats? Lauren's going to sing and dance. This is great. So, team, how did the judging go?
Got tense. No.
Got tense? What happens in the judging room stays in the judging room, so you don't need to disclose anything that was said or done in that space, although I told Sam to take photos, so we'll share those later. So I want to talk through what's up for grabs for our prizes today. So, as we said, we've got a total prize pot of $25,000. Thank you. And this is a mixture of cash for our teams and also support for our teams as well. And so we have a total cash prize pot of $5,000, and this is split between our winner, our runner-up, our highly commended, and the winner of our People's Vote, which I will let you know the results in a moment. Now, we've also had some incredible people donate some support to our teams. And so I want to call out, I know Murray won't love the fact that I'm calling him out, right? I can see you even though the lights are bright, sir. Murray's actually donated $9,000 worth of branding and website to our grand final winner tonight. So if you're looking for branding and website work, highly recommend that you connect with Murray and Syntropic Studio for that work. He's an incredible ecosystem builder within the entrepreneurial space and somebody that I admire quite greatly for the work that he leads. So it's a joy for that ecosystem to give back to our young people tonight. So thank you. We also have a 6-week coaching and mentoring package for our winners tonight. But Poppy Rouse from Powered by Purpose has provided this, which means that our young people that win tonight are not just walking away with cash, they're walking away with key support that they need through web and branding, and also 6 weeks of coaching to support that growth and development that they need in order to take their businesses to the next steps. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Poppy from Powered by Purpose for also offering her time and expertise to support our winners. Give her a big round of applause. And finally, our People's Vote winner is also going to walk away with a voucher to take 6 people to Arcadium Adventures, which is an escape room here as well. So they've got escape rooms in Brisbane and also Melbourne. Not only will you get $500 cash, but you're also going to walk away with a really cool experience as well. So thank you so much to Arcadium Adventures for that prize as well. Finally, something that I think is really important, all of our young people today walk away with a bit of a swag bag. Now, it's got some pretty boring FA swag in there, like a water bottle. But what we've actually done is one of our grand finalists from last year was Andy, with Fun Puns by Andy. And so all of the tote bags that the students are receiving their prizes in are actually Andy's tote bags. So we're supporting our entrepreneurs from last year as a part of our program this year. Our runner-up from last year, Michaela, also does these incredible keychains with affirmations. So similarly, each of our young people will receive an affirming keychain as a part of their prize pack tonight from last year's runner-up as well. And I'm already excited about the prizes we're going to be able to give out next year from this year's finalists with all of their incredible products. So, we've welcomed our judges back. They're here. We now have the task of announcing the People's Choice winners. Now, I don't even know what these results are because I haven't actually checked my phone. So I'm hoping, yeah, okay. It's been a very close voting call, but I can confirm with 323 votes, the winner of our People's Choice tonight is Drink Safe from Marymount College. Come on up, guys. Congratulations. Awesome, come to the stage. Can we please give our People's Choice winners a massive round of applause? In 60 seconds or less, tell us about your idea. What was it that really captured the audience? I love the moment where everyone goes, "You're speaking." Like, that's my favorite part.
So we have a drug detecting straw which detects 3 of the most common illicit date rape drugs, rohypnol, GHB and ketamine. And the straw fizzes when the drug is detected. We're in contact with Drink Safe enterprises in Florida that have a similar product. So hopefully we can incorporate their technology into ours.
Massive round of applause, guys. We'll get you to go side of stage because we're going to ask you to come back out in a moment. I don't know about you guys, but we had some pretty extraordinary teams out there in the People's Choice. And so I'd actually love to welcome those teams back up on stage, our other 4 showcase teams, so that we can give them a swag bag and also a massive round of applause. So can our other 4 showcase teams please join us up on stage? We have Fergus from Natural Technologies, Sheldon College, Gloomy and Friends, Maple Park State High School, DeBede's Knees, and from Bribie Island as well, we have Ream Cycle. Big round of applause. These are our incredible showcase teams. They showed up hours ago. They set up their displays. They used all of their persuasive devices to make you vote for them. Can we please give these guys a massive round of applause? Excellent team. You can grab a seat. And Drink Safe, you can grab a swag bag on your way through too. I wouldn't want you to miss out on some cool prizes. All right, now we have the really difficult job of bringing forward our judges to announce the winners. Who is the chosen spokesperson for tonight? All doing it. Fabulous. I love it. So, Judges, we have 3 prizes tonight. We have a highly commended, we have a runner-up, and then we have our grand final winner. Maybe before you announce the highly commended team, could you give us a little bit of your thinking about the team without revealing the name, and then announce the winner, just to keep the suspense going?
Oh, well, can we just first say something about all the teams?
Yep.
And the fact that I think we all think that the future is in good hands, because all the teams, not just the 9 on stage, but the 5 who were out in the showcase as well, came up with really creative ideas and ways to solve a problem that mattered to them. And I think you put that really well. You know, where do you come from and what do you care about? It's really apparent in everything that the students have created, that they care about many things in the world and they have fantastic ideas to bring them to life. I think we also want to thank the teachers for all the work that they do with the students, because we know this isn't easy, but it is so rewarding to see the returns of this and know that the skills that the students are gaining will last them for life. And so the work is incredibly important. It's incredibly important work that you do as well, Nick. So for the highly commended award, it was an incredibly meaningful and personal issue that was being solved. So, can I now reveal who that might be?
You can reveal it now.
And I think, you know, a meaningful issue, and perhaps not all people who face this issue have a school which is as supportive as Sophie has. So,
Sophie, massive round of applause. Congratulations. I'm going to come down to you. Yeah, we're going to go around that way in a second because I'm still going to give you your trophy. Sophie, tell me a little bit about why this competition has been important to you and talking about this issue.
To bring awareness to dwarfism and bring awareness to how much of, how big stores don't have this as an issue, or that there's not any stores like this in Australia.
Fantastic. Can we please give our highly commended Sophie a massive round of applause? Amazing. And what was the final prize pot that we allocated to the highly commended?
so we allocated $500.
$500, well done. Excellent. So we're getting to the pointy end now. We have our runner-up. Lauren, tell us a little bit about this enterprise.
Okay, so this enterprise, I think, wouldn't have been out of place pitching to participate in the StartMate Accelerator. Certainly in a few years' time, I hope that's the direction this goes in. Really commendable for the testing, learning, and continuing to build approach that was taken by Sienna for Virtual Break.
Sienna from Virtual Break, well done. And Sienna is walking away with
$1,500.
So Sienna, what are you going to do with this $1,500? Where's it going to go? On a sweet shopping trip? Family holiday? Taking the parents out to dinner?
Hopefully we can use it to build the 60 kits and then fund the app for Virtual Break.
So parents who are watching, where should they go to pick up their Virtual Break kit?
So hopefully we'll have a website soon.
But they can follow you on social media, can't they?
Yes.
There we go. Congratulations, Sienna, our runner-up. And let's welcome Sophie to the stage to get her trophy and her swag bag. Sophie, winner, our highly commended $500. Congratulations. It's almost too much swag. It's like the swaggiest swag bag ever. Congratulations, Sophie. All right, it's the big one.
Just like to echo all the judges' comments, and it's a super tough job that we were given, and send my congrats to all the finalists, the people with the stalls outside, and also to you, Nicole, for an amazing event. I suppose when we were talking about who was going to take away the top prize, $2,500 cash, website, the mentoring and coaching, and thinking about how could that be the most impactful, practical, and really woven in. I think we heard some amazing personal journeys, personal stories, and some amazing purpose tonight across all the pitches. But the one that we selected as the winner this evening, might do a drum roll. Was Chloe's heat packs.
Chloe, I mean, you've got a trophy in your hand, but I feel like the shield is even more significant, because at the moment it's got shielded socks from 2018. We've got Culture Hood on 2019. Last year we had Aqua Shield, and in a few short weeks the 4th space will be taken up by Chloe's Heat Wheat from Redcliffe State High School. Congratulations. What does this mean for you and your business?
This means so much. This will definitely give me a boost to make my heat wheats completely eco-friendly, organic, and definitely donate back to those farmers that do it tough during drought.
Chloe, I think one of the things that I love about your idea is that you've been doing this since you were 11, and you've continued to evolve the concept. The more people you've had access to and the more knowledge you've had has just made you and your idea even better. I love that it's such a simple business idea, but it has such a world of impact, because every time you grab one of those heat wheats, you're feeling a little bit better because of it. So I look forward to seeing those heat weeks all around the country and the world, making people feel better and helping farmers who are doing it tough. Congratulations to our 2021 National Grand Final winner! Oh, judges, I don't know how you did it at all. But it is a good moment in time to pause and say that these things don't happen without the support of so many people, including you. And so you're all such incredibly busy people, as many of us are, but for you to give up your time to come here tonight, to share your expertise with our young people, and to create the space to hear their ideas and validate their thinking just means the world to us. So we have a small prize for you. You get a swag bag, because I know that's what you want. But we also recently launched our Catapult cards, which are a design thinking tool, and 50% of the profits go to support youth-led startups by funding micro grants for young people. So we'd love to give you a kit, each of those, and also a swag bag with a punny tote and some other cool items in there. So a huge thank you to our judges. I mean, I'm not sure which is my favourite. Do you want to hold them up so people can see? So Rowena's got Walk On, Fun Puns by Andy, pretty cool. Turn Up the Beat. No, wait, turn up the music, sorry, drop the beat, get it? And then it's party time. So to Andy from Fun Puns, you can check him out on Instagram and buy his stuff. We hope you enjoy your tote bags and that you make some really cool ideas out of your Catapult cards as well. There's a few other thank yous that I need to do before we close tonight. I firstly want to thank some incredible people that have been working behind the scenes. You've seen them running on and off stage in between people to put stuff out. They were also manning the students backstage too. So our 4 incredible helpers that have been working behind the scenes, running out awards, thank you. I'm going to force Sam to come on stage for a second as well. Sam is our newly hired head of programs, who's also been working behind the scenes for tonight. So a huge thank you to Sam for his incredible work tonight. I know it's super awkward to walk on and walk back off, isn't it? But I really wanted everyone to see your face, so thank you. And behind the scenes, we also have our Director of Operations, Jess, who's joining us via Zoom in Melbourne, also locked out of the state, who sends all of the email reminders that I personally get, and also anybody else who works with Future Anything gets. She's a communications wizard, a logistical absolute weapon, and programs like this don't happen with incredible humans like her. So Jess, I know you're watching. I know you've been frantically messaging me about being over time. I'm sorry, we just had a lot to say, but thank you so much for everything you do, and can we give Jess a massive round of applause?
Nearly kept the time. Good work.
Thanks, Jess. I've been trying really hard. A huge thank you to Jess from working behind the scenes. And finally, I just want to say thank you to you, to our incredible supporters that show up tonight for our young people. There's parents and caregivers in the room. There's teachers and principals and school leaders. There's friends, there's family, there's people in the room, and there's a whole bunch online that have carved out time tonight to support our young people. And it really does matter, because there's something special that happens when a young person is able to share their idea with people that they don't even know and see the light in their eyes shine back to them in the person who's looking at them. So to all of those in the room that are supporting a young person, and programs like this that we hope are creating opportunities for students and teachers, can I get everybody, whether you're at home or in the room, to raise your right hand up nice and high? It's not a trick, I promise I'm not. Can you turn your hand so it's facing behind you? Can you give yourself a pat on the back? I know, it's so naff, but it's great. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It really does mean a lot. Now, I'm conscious of time, but we have some swag bags and some gifts that we'd love to give our incredible young people. So if I could have our finalists and our judges maybe move to the media wall, just so that do we want to get them on stage? Where's Clayton? Thanks, drum roll person. Appreciate the enthusiasm. Okay, we'll keep you guys here to get some photos really quickly. Just a quick shout out also to the venue staff. I always forget these things because I don't have notes. A huge thank you to the venue staff, to AV1, our incredible team working in the background who've live streamed tonight and also captured the footage. And also Clayton and Hemmer from Show and Tell Productions, who've also been working to document today. Give them a big round of applause for doing all the techie things that we're not capable of doing. And I guess the final thing to say is that, you know, at the end of the day, anything that we do when we walk out of the room has the potential to bend the future. And so I hope that when we walk out of this space, inspired by the incredible young people that we had the privilege of listening to, that maybe regardless of whether you're young or old, that little idea that's hiding in the back of your head about a business, I'd love to push you to think about, well, why not? Why not you, and why not now? Thank you so much.